An essential skill is to be able to troubleshoot Office 365 problems so that your users are able to resume working with minimal disruption following an outage. Some of the common issues that can affect all Office 365 products and services include licensing issues, connectivity issues, and product updates. Let's take a look at these issues now. Sometimes a user cannot access Office 365 or just specific apps and services. This is most likely because even though their user account exists in Azure AD, they may not have been assigned an Office 365 license. Therefore, you'll need to ensure that our license has been assigned. Within Active Users, you'll select the user, and then check the licenses and apps, and here you can see the different licenses that have been assigned. You'll also need to ensure that specific apps within the Office 365 suite, such as Teams or Staff Hub, have been assigned. You can check for specific apps by clicking Apps. I'll filter for Office 365, and here we can see the list of individual apps and services that are part of this license. Users must also connect to the internet at least once in every 30 days to remain licensed for Office 365. Because Office 365 is delivered over the internet, then no connectivity results in no services. Users will call the help desk and report that they cannot send or receive emails, that they have no access to cloud apps such as Microsoft Teams. Maybe they cannot access files saved in OneDrive for Business. The course could be due to problems or issues with your DNS, firewall, or ports, or their configuration. Perhaps on their client device they have a failed network stack or a VPN fault that you need to troubleshoot. In the last few years, Microsoft have changed the way that they release updates for Office 365. Office 365 Pro Plus is updated on a regular basis with new features, security updates, and non-security updates. These update channels mean that Office apps, such as Word and Excel, can be updated monthly or every 6 months with new features and updates. Users may call the help desk if they encounter a new feature or notice a change, and you may need to offer reassurance to them that this is normal and offers new functionality that could be beneficial. Let's go on to our demo PC. I'll open Word, and then click Account. And here you can see the version of Office is Office 365 Pro Plus. And we can see in the About Word that this version is on the monthly channel, which means it will receive new features and updates on a monthly basis. A user can review the updates that have been received by clicking Update Options, and then click View Updates. And this will list the new features in Office 365 for their PC. Office 365 Pro Plus is a version of Office that's available through Office 365. The illustration on screen shows the relationship between the update channels for Office 365 Pro Plus and the approximate release schedule. Other common issues include device limitations, user account issues, and app problems. Since Office 365 uses the software as a service to deliver apps and services via the internet, users can log on from multiple locations, such as from home when they're at the office or when using a mobile device whenever they've got access to the internet. However, Microsoft limit the number of computers on which the user can install Office 365 to 5. If a 6th installation is attempted, then a limit reached error will be shown. Users can also install on up to 5 tablets and 5 phones in addition. If a user cannot access a specific app, then you should check that the app has been licensed correctly and assigned to the user or group. This may be done via the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, Intune, or via Azure Active Directory. If your device is not connected to the internet for over 30 days, this status of their Office 365 subscriptions cannot be checked. Office 365 Pro will then enter a reduced functionality mode, which may result in a call to help desk. You should reassure them once users reconnect the internet, then all of the features of Office 365 Pro Plus will be available again. A useful set of tools that you can use to help fix Office 365 problems. It's a Microsoft support and recovery assistant for Office 365. I've used this tool many times to great effect. You'll need to download the tool on the affected machine, and it can be used to run a variety of diagnostic tests on your Office 365 apps and services. The tool will try and fix any issues that are found, and if the tool cannot fix the problem for you, then it will suggest other ways to resolve the issue. For example, for you to get in touch with Microsoft support. The tool can help to automatically diagnose and fix a range of Office 365 problems, including checking licenses, verifying users' credentials, checking for updates to Outlook client software, checking authentication, performing network connectivity tests to the Office 365 servers, and carrying out firewall protocol checks. The top-level steps to use in the troubleshooter include: first, download the tool onto the client which is having problems. Run the app and choose the option that best describes the problem you're experiencing. Run the diagnostic tool. The tool creates a summary for you to review and fix the issue if possible. Improvise further help and guidance. I'll download the Microsoft Support and Recovery Assistant and run the setup program. I'll click Install and allow the installation to complete. A desktop icon is provided. I'll need to confirm the service agreement, and the tool auto-launches. Next on the menu, I'll select the problem that I'm having and click Next. And then I can fine-tune the specific problem. And then I'll confirm that this is the affected machine and click Next. I'll ask the user to provide their credentials. I'll click Next. You can see that the tool is wizard-driven and it completes a number of tasks and then provides a report. The tool completes and delivers its diagnosis. Here you can see Office is already activated. I'll click No and confirm that my problem is fixed. We can also see a summary of all the tasks completed and view the detailed results, including the diagnostics and the test steps performed. I'll provide some feedback. Rate the program and click Submit. You'll notice that the tool remains on the desktop for future use if necessary. With an Office 365 subscription, you get Office 365 Pro Plus, which allows users the option to install Office apps locally. In this way, they can run as natively from the device rather from within a browser. There are several advantages to installing Office 365 Pro Plus locally. Office 365 Pro is a full version of Office, and therefore the apps have a more familiar look and feel for your end users. Office 365 Pro Plus is updated regularly, as often as monthly with new features. And users don't need to be connected to the internet all the time to use it. If you don't have an Office 365 subscription, you can still purchase a standalone copy of Office 2019 and install it locally on your hard drive. However, this is Office 2019 and it's not the same as Office 365 Pro Plus. The key differences are your Office 365 Pro Plus version of Office will benefit from free ongoing upgrades and new features, whereas Office 2019 won't. You'll have smartphone app support and cloud integration. PC versions of Microsoft Access and Publisher are included. You'll get 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage per user and free technical support. If you've already installed a standalone version of Office, you may encounter issues when installing Office 365 Pro Plus locally. This is because Office 365 Pro Plus uses a different installation technology called Click to Run, which allows Office to apply ongoing updates. Let's review this and other common issues with Office 365 and see how these problems can be resolved. If a standalone version of Office is already installed on a device, then it's recommended that you first completely remove it before installing Office 365 Pro Plus. Otherwise, you may find that the installation hangs or does not complete, or that specific apps fail to run correctly. When you install Office locally, it's automatically linked to your Office 365 subscription plan. If you recently changed your Office 365 plan, perhaps you upgraded from Business Premium to an Enterprise subscription. Then your users may start to get an unlicensed product error, or they may need to keep signing in each time to launch an Office app. This could be because Office has been associated with your old Office 365 plan. In these situations, you may need to uninstall their current version of Office, reboot, and then reinstall the Office 365 Pro Plus version associated with your current subscription. Your locally installed version of Office should automatically sync with the Microsoft Cloud. For example, your local version of Word will sync the list of files that you recently created, even if they were created online or on another device. If you experience sync problems, then try closing and reopening the app to reestablish the sync. Other courses can be if your internet connection is not great. You could also try to repair your Office 365 Pro Plus installation. Let's take a look. To repair Office 365 Pro Plus, you should save your work and close all Office programs. I'll type apps into the search, and then select Add or Remove Programs. We can then search for Office. And here I can see Office 365 Pro Plus. I'll click Modify. Click Yes to the user account control. And here I can see I can perform a quick repair or an online repair. I'll leave the default and I'll click Repair. And the wizard completes, and we can now close the tool. If the problem still persists, we could use the online repair, which will fix more issues. However, this requires an internet connection and will take longer to perform. I'll leave the tool to complete. You may also want to prevent your end users from being able to download or install Office 365 apps onto their local devices. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center allows you to control what your end users can install or even block installations completely. These settings are found in the Admin Center. I'll click Show All, and then Settings. Settings again, and then scroll down to Office Software Download Settings. And here we can see various settings that allow users to download apps and also for us to select the update channel for Office apps. You can also download the installer packages, which can then be used to deploy the software to your users. I'll click the link, and then we'll choose the language and version, and then click Install to download the installer package. Also note that some subscriptions do not include the Office desktop apps. For example, frontline workers with a Microsoft 365 F1 subscription can only use the web-based Office apps and business services.